You're being controlled. And that too by a piece of technology the size of your palm. And if you do not take action, you'll waste another year of your life endlessly scrolling and frying your brain with constant stimulation to the point where you stop enjoying things that you wish to do as a child, where absolutely nothing seems interesting, where you have no purpose in your life and you're completely lost. And I know this because it's something that happened to me like a month ago. But fortunately, I spent the whole month trying to find a solution to it, which I did find indeed. Trust me, it will not only save your time, but also you. And in this video, I'll give you the complete roadmap to how you can put that damn phone away and get your stuff done. Hello guys, good morning or Ram Ram Sabhi ko. It wasn't an easy journey, and I also faced a lot of challenges during this time period. And now I'll discuss all of those challenges along with their solutions with you guys. So, the challenge number 1 that I faced on my journey. For some days I wasn't really able to focus on anything. I wasn't able to wake up early. Every night I promised myself not to waste the next day again scrolling and scrolling the whole day. And then eventually waking up at 12, regretting it the whole day. Slowly, it started to become an endless cycle for me. I made promises to myself every day and failed to do it every single time. But then I saw a common enemy in all this, which was my smartphone. My mind was so overstimulated from all that crap that I used to watch for nights that something called procrastinating became my biggest enemy, which is also challenge number 1. I wanted to stop wasting my time on reels. I wanted to wake up early, but just could not. But then I figured out that to overcome procrastination, you just need to do two simple steps. First of which is scheduling. Now, I don't want you to just give specific timings of the day to different tasks. I am here talking about a flexible schedule in which you're supposed to divide your task into different blocks of time duration. For example, when I make my schedule, instead of writing 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. gym, I'll simply just write 1 hour gym and do this with every other task for that day a night before. This will pretty much make sure that you don't easily give up on that schedule. Now, step number 2 is even more important, which is to break up large tasks into smaller ones. Suppose there's something that you have to do but you just hate doing it. So instead of looking at it as a whole, you need to break it up into even smaller tasks. And then if you try to approach it, it will appear way less difficult to your mind than before. And this is something that has helped me a lot during my journey. Now, after you're done eliminating procrastination from your life, it's time to encounter the second demon, which is challenge number 2. This was the most difficult and crucial challenge that I had to face on my journey, which is none other than comfort. I want you to notice something. When you're too comfortable, it's cozy in the bed and cold outside, it's gonna be way harder for you to get up than if it was cold inside the room too. It is gonna be difficult to do things if you're too comfortable. And that's exactly the case with your smartphone. But how do we eliminate it from our lives? Look, to make your mind do things that it doesn't wanna do, something that you think is difficult, but you just need to get it done somehow. For that, you'll have to win small battles with your mind every day, every time. You don't wanna get up, you get up. The work's boring, so what? Still do it. Now, I know it's not easy at all, and I should tell you that it will take time. But what does getting out of my bed have to do with my obsession with smartphones? When you start forcing your brain to do things that are supposed to be done, when you don't want to do it but you still do it, accomplishing these small tasks will eventually transform your brain over time to do bigger and more important tasks, just like quitting your smartphone. In simple words, to build the discipline needed to do the bigger task, you first need to get the smaller stuff done out of your comfort zone. Challenge number 3, which is gonna be the moments or days of your relapse. There were moments when I was going pretty strong with days of discipline, not letting my smartphone and social media trick my brain again. But suddenly one day, my patience and the streak always came to an end. But then I realized something that is the root cause of all this happening again and again. Look, there are going to be moments when your brain tries to trick you into something called the 5-minute trap. It will say you just 5 minutes more, and you won't even realize when those 5 minutes turned into an hour. You literally won't realize. I'm pretty sure you've faced this exact scenario before. And as soon as this happens, you're again back at where you started from. When I say this will eat your progress, I mean it. For this, you need to do two things. The first one is just as simple as saying a word, which might seem stupid, but I want you to try it. you need to first recognize the whole situation when this happens. After you recognize the situation, you already know that it's a trap and not just another 5 minutes. And then the only thing you can do is to say no. Say no to your urges inside your mind. Keep a no ready for every thought that pops up. You'll have to win these small battles against your mind every day. Even if you somehow fell in this trap and again wasted several hours scrolling, in this situation after your relapse, you only need to make sure that it doesn't affect your progress at all and you keep going. I want you to just completely ignore it when it happens because it will. If you let these days affect your progress, you'll only fall deeper into the hole. So just learn to ignore these days. Challenge number 4, which is going to be dopamine, or in simpler words, temporary pleasure. This is something responsible for the feeling of pleasure, motivation, and reward. But do you get any of these from your smartphones? Yes, ton of it, but for a short period of time. You can be scrolling for days and days, but your mind will only want more and more out of it. You'll never feel complete. This is also what's responsible for you being trapped in an endless cycle of doing the same things again and again. Our target here is going to be the gateway of all these cheap dopamine sources nowadays, just like your smartphone. You'll have to get rid of all of these. For that, you need to do something called the dopamine detox. It's a long process you can search up online. I can't go into the major details in this video, but for most part, it's just recognizing the cheap sources of dopamine that triggers your desire of getting more and eliminating those sources from your routine as much as possible. I'll definitely recommend going into the details of it. Challenge number 5, which is nothing but the fear of missing out, or FOMO, a nagging sense that you're missing out on a text, news story, or a celebrity gossip, etc. Whenever a notification pops up, FOMO is exactly what makes you pick up your phone and check it out. This fear of missing out on certain things is not letting your stuff get done. Now from this, we know that keeping your phone visible while you work is not a great idea. But just knowing this won't fix the problem. Neither will the notifications being turned off. You need to start seeking real life connections. Most people who face this are actually living in a fake online world. Rather than trying to connect more with people on social media, why not arrange to meet up with someone in person? Now, don't get me wrong, this person don't necessarily have to be someone you like. This could be a friend of yours who you think can tell you something that you need to know. This not only will eliminate things like social anxiety, but make your mind care less and less about the online world. It's a slow process, but it definitely works. You slowly will stop caring about a random notification that pops up right away when you're trying to go to sleep, because now you're just so engaged with real life connections, which are also going to help you in the future. Might be possible. And even if it doesn't, it's a win-win situation. If you understood what I just said, let me know in the comment section. So these were all the major challenges that I had to overcome, and you also will have to, on your journey to a stress-free, productive lifestyle. By recognizing and eliminating the real hidden enemy behind all this, you can consider subscribing, because unlike other channels, I share solutions based on personal experiences. And join me on this journey of getting better little by little from your past self. To get rid of distractions from your life completely, you can go check out the link to my video. If you like what I do, you can also check out the link to my Patreon in the pinned comment. This was it for today's video. I'll meet you in the next one. Till then, take care and bye-bye.